Hi everyone, welcome to Lecture 4, Part 3 on Basic Inorganic Chemistry. My name is Dr. Teresa Chimambam. In the previous lecture, we talked about elements and the periodic table. So today, we will discuss about the groups in the periodic table, and we will also discuss about the periods in the periodic table. So let's have a look on the periodic table. So a group is any vertical column down the table. So this vertical column is group 1, this vertical column is group 2, this vertical column is group 3, this vertical column is group 4, this vertical column is group 5, this vertical column is group 6, this is group 7, and this is group 8. So any vertical column down the table is called a group. Group 1 elements are called alkali metals. Group 2 elements are called alkaline earth metals. These are known as transition metals. Group 7 elements are called halogens. Group 8 elements are called noble gases. So elements in the same group have similar chemical properties because they have the same number of electrons in their outermost shell. Let's have a look on the periods in the periodic table. So we already looked at the groups in the periodic table. Now we will look at the periods in the periodic table. Right, so any of the horizontal rows is called a period. This horizontal row is called period 1. This is called period 2. This horizontal row is called period 3. This is period 4. This horizontal row is called period 5. This is period 6. And this last horizontal row is called period 7. So there are 7 periods in the periodic table. And the number of atomic orbitals increases as you move down the period. So what it means is that as you move down the period, the number of atomic orbitals will be increasing. Each period reads from left to right. So despite the fact that some are missing some squares, it still reads from left to right. Each element in period 1 has 1 atomic orbital, and each element in period 2 has 2 atomic orbitals. Each element in period 3 has 3 atomic orbitals, and so on. So as you move down the periodic table, the number of atomic orbitals increases. So elements in each period have the same number of atomic orbitals. For instance, all the elements in period 4, each of them has 4 atomic orbitals. Potassium has 4 atomic orbitals. Calcium has 4 atomic orbitals. Titanium has 4 atomic orbitals. And manganese has 4 atomic orbitals. And for period 5, for example, zirconium has 5 atomic orbitals. And molybdenum has 5 atomic orbitals as well. All the elements in period 5, each of them will have the same number of atomic orbitals. So now we look at the periodic table to see where metals and non-metals are located in the periodic table. So metals are positioned on the left of the periodic table. So as you can see here, These are all metals. Non-metals are seen on the upper right, so these are non-metals. Metalloids are in between metals and non-metals, so these are metalloids. We now have a look on the properties of metals and non-metals. Metals are heavy, non-metals are light. Metals are solid, non-metals are amorphous or semi-solid. Metals are shiny, non-metals are not shiny. Metals are strong, non-metals are weak. Metals are good conductors of electricity and heat. Non-metals are poor conductors. Metals give out their valence electrons. Non-metals gain valence electrons. Metals are ductile. This means that they can be stretched out into wires, and they are also malleable. Non-metals are very brittle and cannot be rolled into wires or turned into sheets. So it will be good to learn about 5 properties of metals and 5 properties of non-metals. So metalloids are elements which have a combination of the properties of metals and non-metals. So metalloids are neither metals nor non-metals. They are in between. So they have a combination of metals and non-metals. So examples of metalloids are boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, tellurium, and polonium. So metalloids have a combination of the properties of metals and non-metals. So this is where I'm gonna end for today's lecture. Please like this video and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you in the next lecture.